Hi guys, Mark from Burton Bibles. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all well and have had a good day today. What I'm going to do today is just have a look at three Bibles that Cambridge publish. They still publish them, so you can still get these Bibles today. If you want a new copy of any of these Bibles, you can go to burtonbibles.com and order a new one there. However, we do have a number of these Bibles in stock at the moment here at the Cambridge Bibles outlet. And we're going to go have a look at them with you. So we have one of the larger KJV Bibles that Cambridge do. This is called the Presentation Edition, Presentation Reference Bible. I have two of them here, both called the Presentation Bible. This basically is the Turquoise. So I think this is before they renamed it or rebranded it as the Turquoise. It always has been the Turquoise, but you will notice that it's just not referred to as the Turquoise in any of the information in here. So these are two that I have here. We have them in, this is a calfskin leather, and I have one in a black French Morocco leather, and at least one of them, I believe, actually has thumb index on them. So I've never seen a turquoise with thumb indexing, so that's interesting to see. So we'll have a look what they look like. And then, of course, coming down the size, the Cambridge Concord is another very, very well-selling Bible from Cambridge. I have three here in different bindings, styles, and again, at least one of them is thumb indexed. So that's something that's interesting to look at too. So this is coming down the size a bit now. More of your sort of standard sized Bible. Most personal sized Bibles would be this sort of size. So you're coming down the font size a bit as well. So we'll take a look at that, see how that compares. And then last but by no means least, in fact, it's the greatest Bible ever produced and published. It's the Cambridge Cameo. I have four of these Cambridge Cameos here. I absolutely love the Cameo. As you know, it's just a wonderful size. So we're now coming down to more like a hand-sized Bible, but it's still fantastically readable. Got a wonderful old school font, but there's something about this text and this layout which just really speaks to me. So I love the Cameo. We'll take a look at some of them. There's some bindings here, and yes, there is one that is thumb indexed as well. So thumb indexing seems to be the theme of this video, but I haven't actually seen a thumb indexed Cameo or indeed a Turquoise. So it'll be interesting to have a look at them and see how they look like. There's also a very rare one-off binding in the Cameo that I have here. It perhaps will divide opinion as to whether you like it or not, but I have to admit I like it. So let's take all these down to the desk and have a good look at them. These all will be going onto the outlet page on the eBay site that we've got. So you will be able to buy these. Some of them will be buy it nows because they're still available. Others of them will be auctions because I've no idea really what they're worth. So we'll just put them out to auction and see what happens. So that's all I have to say on that. Let's take them down to the desk and get a good look. Okay then, let's take a look at these lovely Cambridge Bibles that we have here. These are basically the staple of the King James Version Bible range from Cambridge. We have the Turquoise Bible, which is on the larger size and on the larger font size. And then we have the Cambridge Concord, which is your kind of nice in the middle size Bible, and then we have the Cambridge Cameo, which is dropping down into the nice portable size. Now let's start with the Cambridge Turquoise or the Presentation Edition, because both of these are actually called the Presentation Edition. This one's in black French Morocco, and this one is a calfskin, I believe, calfskin leather. This is the old style two-part Cambridge box, so we'll start by opening this glorious box that Cambridge used to do. And here we have it in a reddish sort of burgundy calfskin, absolutely beautiful. And here is the one bound in black French Morocco, and this is the one that has the thumb indexing, which I haven't seen on a Turquoise. So it's interesting to see that here. It certainly takes the thumb indexing well because it is a larger Bible. I've always thought that larger Bibles handle this better because you get a larger sort of footprint for that index. So yes, the Turquoise is well familiar to us now. It's a 1920s hot plate letterpress style printing that Cambridge ran. So these will be facsimile copies, so scans of the original plates that are now printed and bound. Well, if you buy a Turquoise now, today, new, it will be printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands. Now, if we look at the publication information on this page, I'm not sure where these were printed and bound. They were printed in the Netherlands, but bound in the United Kingdom at the University Press in Cambridge. So, kind of a halfway house here. These are printed by Youngblood and then shipped over to the UK and bound in the UK in Cambridge. So that's interesting to see. This French Morocco leather is lovely. It's a beautiful print in here. We've got centre column references, and we've got running headers across the page, which is something that I personally like. No chapter breakdowns, and you can see it's a chapter and verse by verse layout. Even the poetic sections are laid out like that. And as we move into the New Testament and into the Gospels, you'll see that it is a red letter. It's a very nice red letter. Nice contrast. Nothing too garish, nothing too unusual about the red letter presentation. And then we do have a pretty substantial concordance in the back. And there's also a Bible dictionary, which is good to see, interesting to see. And there's some Cambridge Bible maps as well, and these are the old Moody style Bible maps. And here is that red calfskin one as well. Very, very similar, of course. It's the same Bible. This one feels a little bit different. The text block feels a little bit different. Not sure if it's because of the thumb indexing, but you will notice that this one is printed and bound in the United Kingdom at Cambridge. So this one is printed and bound at Cambridge. This one is printed at Youngblood and bound in the United Kingdom. So just a little difference there. I'll try and make that distinction in the eBay listings when I put them up. But now let's move on to the wonderful Concord. It is a Bible I very much like. Let's start with this again. Another wonderful two-piece Cambridge box. Try and slide these out. And here we have one in a calfskin leather. We'll get them all out, I think. Why not? Let's really go to town on this. This is a nice sort of burgundy French Morocco leather, or it's not even burgundy. It's sort of a browny reddy, sort of a maroon colour maybe. But this is very nice, and this is thumb indexed as well. And just so we know, let's have a look at the publication information. This is printed in the Netherlands and bound in the United Kingdom, that one. And this one is, let's have a look. This is printed in Great Britain, in Cambridge. So that's, again, printed and bound in the United Kingdom. Now, this one is something of an anomaly. A huge anomaly, really, because this one is unblocked. So none of the gilt block lettering has been put on this one, either on the spine or on the front. Now, that's an interesting thing. That's either good or bad, I suppose. Some people really like the gilt detailing. Others would prefer to have a completely plain Bible, and if that's your bag, maybe you might want to look at this one. This is printed in the Netherlands at Youngblood and bound in the United Kingdom at Cambridge, and it's a beautiful text, the Concord is. This one dates from the late 1950s, I believe, so it's still some 60-odd years old. And we have the running headers across, we have the chapter and verse by verse layout. Of course, the Concord comes with this wonderful, let's just zoom in on it, wonderful centre column reference system which uses bold numbers. If they're on the right-hand side, they pertain to this column. If they're on the left-hand side, then they pertain to this column, as you'll see there with the case of that one. So it's a really nice layout and font. I do like it. I just prefer the Cameo. It does everything that Concord does, but in a smaller, more portable, more readily usable, shall we say, applicable, relevant size. That's why I like it anyway. So the Concord is certainly still a staple of the Cambridge family. And here, as we move into the New Testament, we can see it's a red letter. We'll just check the other ones if they're red letters as well. It looks like they are, so that is a red letter. This maroon one's actually really nice. It's almost brown. It's just like a reddy brown, which I'm quite enjoying. So that one's nice as well. And then we have this French Morocco one, which is actually a black letter by the looks of things. Yeah. So we do have a black letter one. If black letter is your preferred text, then we do have one there, and it's this one bound in French Morocco leather. The bindings are beautiful, as you would expect. However, I am a particular fan of these particular ones. I think this is the same as that, so I would imagine that's French Morocco, and this one is a calf skin. So actually, I think I prefer the French Morocco bindings there on that occasion. Now, my favourite, I've been gagging to get to it, is the Cambridge Cameo. So we do have a number of these. Let's just open up another wonderful two-part Cambridge box. And here we have one in a calfskin leather. This is absolutely stunning. I think you'll agree. Look at those art gilt page edges, and wow, there we are. Now you see, the Cameo to me is just wonderful. I can read that from here. We have centre column references. It doesn't use the same bold number system that the Concord uses. I often thought that if this had that, it would be basically the perfect Bible, but unfortunately it doesn't. But even still, I've used the central column references in this Bible for many years now, and I've found them to be excellent. The other thing that I personally find with the Cameo is that the print consistency is a lot better in the Cameo. The Concord, I don't know what it is, but I have seen some printing consistencies with the Concord. I'm not sure why. Some of them are a bit fainter than others, some are a bit bolder than others, different pages. However, the Cameo, I haven't found that ever. It comes with a substantial concordance still, which is great to see. And a Bible dictionary in the back there, and you've got Cambridge Bible maps, which again are the Moody Institute Bible maps. This particular one is a red letter. Again, it's a very, very good red letter, nice and bold. You'll notice that with the Cameo, it's a very bold typeface, so you get a really clear presentation of the Word of God. It's only a size 8 font, but nevertheless, for me, it punches well above its weight. It's very readable. If you need readers normally or something like that, you may well find that you don't need them to read this Bible, which in my book is brilliant. It just saves you finding glasses all the time. So in anything other than poor light, I think you'll be able to read this Bible fantastically well. So it is a chapter and verse by verse layout, very compact. But the paper in this Bible is beautiful, as you'd expect with Cambridge. And this one in particular, the black calfskin leather, is just really nice. So that one is going to be going on eBay very soon. And here is another. This is a sort of burgundy reddish colour calfskin as well. So if you like something a little bit different, then we do have something different for you here. This one is a red letter too. And again, we have that lovely 1920s Cameo typeface. Let's just have a look at the publication information for these, because I know sometimes people like to see that. Let's have a look. If I can just separate the pages. So this one is printed in the Netherlands and the United Kingdom. Don't know what that means. Bound in the United Kingdom at Cambridge. So, not too sure about that. Let's have a look in this one. This one is so nice. This one, printed in the Netherlands and the United Kingdom, bound in the United Kingdom. So again, getting mixed messages on that one. Now here's another Cameo. This is a bonded leather one. I've not seen a bonded leather Cameo. Probably replaced by the imitation leather Cameo Bibles. But this one is thumb indexed. So really rather nice. And this one also is a black letter. So again, I haven't seen a black letter Cameo. I do have a black letter Cameo, but it's from 20 or 30 years ago. So I'm imagining that dates this Bible, again, certainly well over 20 years. Now let's have a look at the publication information on this one. It's printed in Great Britain, so it looks like it's printed and bound in Great Britain, so before things were outsourced. But look at this. This is just stunning. I love the paper in this particular one. Really like it. Nice creamy sort of ivory texture, and it's black letter as well, and it's just got that quality to it, which is, you just can't put your finger on it, but it feels super flexible, this particular binding. So I wouldn't be put off by the fact that it is a bonded leather. It feels great to me, and anything that is non-edge lined in this size makes for a super flexible Bible. Now there is just one more to show you, which may well divide opinion. I don't know what I think about it, but the note that Bob had put on it for me at Cambridge Bibles was that it was a flesh-coloured a flesh-coloured binding. So I don't know what you're going to think of this, but I have come to the conclusion, I'll show you it now. It comes in an unmarked box. It's only one of two pilots that were made to test a binding, basically. And here we are. It's an imitation leather. It's a sort of peachy, beigey, as we put it, a flesh-coloured type binding. Just look at this. I'll just hold it up to the camera, offer it up to different lights, because we've got some stunning sort of colouring going on here. Sort of patchy, you know, just sort of almost like camouflage in places. But you know what? I really like this. I've come to the conclusion that it's nice. We've got gilt detailing and lettering on the spine. We've got the Holy Bible there in the middle. We've got not art gilt page edges, but just normal gilding. But this feels, again, because it's an imitation leather, it's not a thick leather binding, it just feels super flexible. The paper in here as well, the block feels wonderful. It's not sort of stiff or crispy, as we call it, in any way. It's a red letter, so we've got that wonderful red letter. Look at the way it lies flat. So we go over to the New Testament, and it just lies perfectly flat on your desk. I love that about these Cambridge Bibles, particularly the ones that are super flexible, like these imitation leather ones. I've said it before on this channel, particularly with the Pit Minions. I find the imitation leather ones just lie so flat. They're super flexible. The bindings just open at every page, and it's just fantastic. You just find that, I find that wonderful. So it is lovely, this one, and it's one of only two that were ever produced to see what this binding looked like. I think you can tell that it didn't get very far, but perhaps a bit too divisive. But this is printed and bound in the Netherlands, so this is completely a Youngblood production. So if this is something that takes your fancy, I will pop it on the eBay page, probably just pop it on an auction, and see who wants to give this Bible a new home out there, because it might float somebody's boat. Personally, I'm all for different bindings, different colour leathers, anything really that's maybe just not black leather, because we've got millions and millions of those, and I like to see something a little bit different, just to make it a little bit more personal, perhaps, and make it your own. And that's the important thing with the Word of God. Make it your own. It doesn't really matter what it looks like, I suppose, but as long as you're happy with it and using it and reading it and studying it, that's the main thing. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the Cameo and the Concord and the Turquoise. We'll just finish this video by perhaps showing you the size differences with these Bibles, because that is the main difference between them. Here we have a Cameo next to a Concord. Let's pull it out a bit. There we go. And then last but by no means least, we have the Turquoise. You'll see the footprint difference there, quite marked as you go from the Turquoise to the Cameo. But there we have it. Everything from the big print found in the Turquoise to the nice 8-point petite medieval Clarendon font found in the Cameo. So I hope that was interesting to you. I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to give us a like and a thumbs up, and do subscribe to the channel, and do check us out on social media and the eBay page. All the details found in the description of this video. And if you want to drop me an email, email mark@burtonbibles.com. Take care, God bless, and we'll catch up on another video soon. Bye-bye!